manage to net zero by 2050. Actually, we're going to have specific targets by 2025 and 2030, so you can measure the short term. They don't say this quite as loudly, but what they're also saying and thinking, and we're going to make a lot of money off of this.
My name is Nicole Hagen, and I'm too conservative for the conservatives. My co-host Rob Ambrose, not woke enough for the liberals. We are the Political Orphans. Make sure to like this video, and as always, we want to hear from you, so drop us a comment below. What's going on, man?
What's happening, brother? What an idiot, man.
No.
What, like, I mean, we'll get into it. I'm not going to go down. But, like, it's one thing to just say you want net zero. That's stupid. But, like, you have to accept that you're going to lose money. You don't make money by cutting your... Well, they'll say emissions, but what we're talking about is cutting energy. You're using less energy. And there's a very, very stable relationship that is like consistent across the entire world in modern times between how much energy they consume in the form of fossil fuels almost entirely, but some renewable, and how much and their economy. It's like basically a direct correlation. And if you do anything where you use less energy, you will have a smaller economy. That's just fact. Wise guy, nice to see you too, brother. I was a little under the weather last night, so thanks for bearing with me.
But let's be clear here. He's not saying we're gonna make money. He's saying a very specific small amount.
Yeah, and by we, I mean the Carney family. And
we as in WEF.
Yeah, my options are gonna go through the roof.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
Before we get started, I need to mention that tomorrow, John Carpe is going to be joining us to speak about the new JCCF report named Canada's Surrender of Sovereignty, New WHO Health Regulations Undermine Canadians' Democracy and Charter of Freedoms. So it seems that we signed yet another health agreement. And John Carpe is going to join us.
John Carpe?
Yes, sir. He's going to be here tomorrow to talk about it. Then, just so you guys know, I spent most of my day creating a Shopify store for the new Political Orphan gear. So I was just able to integrate it with YouTube. I'm going to integrate with my Instagram tomorrow, and hopefully we can start offering some gear. So you'll be...
Nice.
Maybe we should do gear that's just a big fuck you and it says Conservative Party, Liberal Party, and just a big this in the middle. I got some ideas.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I like gear that shows the premise of the show, which is neither left nor right.
Agreed.
Or at least neither left nor right parties.
So there's definitely a couple of things we need to talk about. Like, obviously, we're going to talk about the leaked audio I played a part of. We need to speak about a story that was sent to me by, hold on. I don't want to forget his name because he deserves credit. Shit, I didn't even copy paste my stuff. Hold on. It was one of our listeners from Montreal. I can only remember that he was from Montreal because his last name is Montreal. But did you hear about the Met, the Metropolitan Police in the UK that will no longer go after woke people?
No longer go after
Daniel from Montreal. Non-violent hate crime, basically.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I heard something about the Metropolitan Police as well, that they're no longer going after non-crime hate incidents, which is
exactly.
I mean, and that's a good thing. Like, they should not have ever been going after people for non-crimes. Anyways, they have these things called NSHIs, non-crime hate incidents, where they'll even say a crime has not occurred, and yet they still create a database. They still do investigations. So it's like, you are the police, motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. If a crime has not occurred and you're admitting a crime has not occurred, you have no further business. We don't need to spend any more police resources. You are specifically there to prevent and solve crimes.
Don't lose your shit just yet. We're not talking about it. I was saying that we're going to talk about it. We're not talking about it.
I was just saying about it. Yeah.
We're going to be talking about the public.
Pump the brakes.
Yep. We're going to be talking about the public safety minister calling out Poilievre. So was Elizabeth May. She was calling out Poilievre and even defending Justin Trudeau. There's really some really interesting stuff. Pierre Poilievre called out Mark Carney, quoting George Orwell.
I'd
The
like to hear that
CBC's
quote.
launching. Oh, no. There's a video. He made a video with music and shit.
Oh, nice.
And another thing I wanted to talk about, and hopefully we have time, but CBC is launching a new court fight to keep GEM subscriber numbers confidential. So they don't want to show. So the company that is supposed to be public broadcaster that receives $1.4 billion every year of our fucking taxpayers' money does not want to disclose how many subscribers there are on their platform. We all know why, because there's nobody there. That's probably why they don't want to disclose it, but they're going to court in order to fight that.
I heard that. I heard that today, and I thought same thing. I thought it's one of two things. It's either there's no one there, or there's a ton of people there, and it's like some back channel money laundering way or something. But either way, the fact that you're going to court to prevent it, we're
getting fucked.
There's some there. There's some meat on that bone.
As taxpayers, we're getting fucked. No matter how you look at it, we're getting screwed on that one, no matter what. Yeah. Because we're paying the tab
either way,
at the end of the day.
I would not have thought that's relevant at all. I wouldn't have given a shit. But now that I know they're going to court to prevent it, now I'm like, okay, let's go after this list. Because there's something there they don't want you to see.
And it's kind of interesting that they're not reporting on that, right? Could you imagine that the CBC is not really reporting on that?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
It's like those organizations who we've investigated ourselves and we've decided there's been no wrongdoing.
Yeah, we did nothing wrong.
All is good.
So guys, before we get started, if you're on X, make sure to like, make sure to restream this stream. If you're, I was going to say on Instagram, but I didn't even hook up my Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, join us on YouTube. But the conversation really happens on YouTube. So guys, join us on the YouTube channel at the Political Orphans. Once you're there, like this video, make sure to comment, subscribe, hit that little bell thingy so that you guys are notified when we do go live. And if you believe in independent media, if you believe that what Rob and I are doing, creating this space where we can have civil conversation, civil discourse about what's going on, become a member. Consider becoming a member. And if you don't want YouTube to get some of your money, you can decide to go with the tip, just a tip. Buy us a coffee. I was going to say give us a coffee. Goddamn. Buy us a coffee.
Yeah. It's like someone shows up and gives you a coffee. I didn't actually want this shit. It's just it's a term. It's expression, guys. Just give us the money. We don't want the coffee.
I still want it as long as it's not Tim Hortons.
Yeah, that's right. But it will be. It will be. Bristles never gets notifications to the show. Are you subbed? I don't know. YouTube's kind of a mess, anyways.
You need to click that. Either way, bro. Sunday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and Saturdays. 9 to 11 p.m.
Same time every day from Sunday to Thursday. Oliver Ruff says the White House is canceling student debt for millions.
Are they really?
That's interesting. Because I just wanted to pick that up because I haven't heard that. I mean, just look that up right quick while we're on it. But that would seem a really weird thing for the Trump White House to do. No, I don't.
Yeah. All the Republicans were against it.
Well, everyone should. I mean, look, I don't. It's just not a good
we should not be. No. We should not be touching that one with a 10-foot pole. You wanted to go to school and pay hundreds of thousands for a useless fucking diploma? Suck a dick. That's on you, bitch. Sorry, not sorry. Go fuck yourself. This is what I think about this.
Yeah, Oliver says no tax on tips and student debt relief is tax free. This whole no tax on tips thing, this is retarded, man. Like, do you know how much money people make as servers? They're making, like, my sister is a server now. Granted, it's out in Vancouver, so she makes.
Okay, hold on. Serving alcohol in a strip club doesn't count as. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you never know. But no, as far as we know, it's just a nice restaurant. But she's the wild one of the family, so yeah, you never know. But
it's a nice restaurant.
Yeah. But either way, they may she'll make $400 or $500 a night on tips. And I don't think that's unusual for like a decent restaurant.
Oh no, it is. No, but it is. That's the exception. That's definitely the exception. And she's probably very good at what she does, right? A lot of waitresses out there are fucking terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny
because they show no cleavage, no ass. It's fucking.
I have no idea.
Just kidding.
It's my sister, bro. But it's one of those things where like she had meant to like go back to school, but she's just like she's been making so much money, she kind of can't. Even if she went to university and got a job, she wouldn't make as much as she's making now.
It seems that it's accurate. Actually, I just have an article from the New York Post, which are very right-leaning.
Okay.
White House agrees to cancel student debt for millions of borrowers. So I don't know what all the details are here.
They agreed to it. It's not like no one was scammed or swindled. I don't understand the whole student debt relief thing. Like, why not credit card debt relief? And of course, that's stupid too. But it's the same thing. It's like it's a different type of debt because it's student. I mean, debt is debt, right?
You know, I could understand why. I could understand that you don't want to have, what do you call it? You don't want to pay interest on student loan. You know,
that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
That no problem. I see no problem with that.
Yep.
To say, you know what, we're canceling the interest off your student loan. No problem.
Yep.
Even then, you still agree to it. I don't get to cancel the 20% on my credit card.
On your credit card debt. Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to pay it no more.
Be like, hey, but I paid for my tuition on my credit card, so.
But it seems, Jesus, you had quite the.
No, I didn't actually.
In the US?
That would be retarded.
So it is saying that, it looks like it's under Friday's agreement, borrowers who become eligible for student loan forgiveness this year will not owe federal taxes on the relief. Oh, there you go. So that's the thing. I don't think it's the whole thing. It's federal taxes. So maybe it's just taxes. Either way, I'm going to have to look into it because just on the fly right now, the article is actually pretty damn long and I don't have the time to just go through it right now. But good call, Oliver. I did not know about this.
Yeah, no, it's always nice to have those, the audience just throw out a quick topic we can just have a go at for a few minutes before we get on.
Oh, you're not telling me the mic is messing up again? I spent 2 hours today trying to fucking fix it. It's a Windows.
Oh, actually, I mean, it is now that I hear it, but I mean, I didn't even notice it until I'm listening for it. It's not, maybe it's different for you guys. I wouldn't even. Yeah, that's annoying, eh? It's like, because it's such an expensive mic, it seems like, it's like so much shit these days. Where like you get a fucking fridge that.
But it has nothing to do with. But it has nothing to do with the mic.
No, I was just making a point about stuff these days. Like they add all these stupid features, like your fridge connects to the internet or something, and yet it breaks down in fucking 6 months, or your washing machine or something. People just make shit that works. Because that microphone, what is that? Like $500? That should not be doing that.
Yeah, it's a professional studio microphone, and I have a $3,000 laptop sitting in front of me too, and it's a Windows update. It's a Windows update that fucked my microphone. That fucked one of my audio settings in my laptop 3 months ago, and I have spent probably 20 to 40 hours trying to figure out how to fix it, and it's still doing it.
That's wild, man. If you convert that into money, even if you paid yourself minimum wage, that means that fucking mic is costing you thousands.
Yep. Yeah,
just in time, just in the time, money value of your time.
But I'll just change it. But this is, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit over this because I spent another 2 hours today trying to fucking fix it.
Yeah, that is annoying.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, I'll take a few comments. Scroll on says we don't need everything chipped and interconnected. Yeah, that's my point. I saw this post the other day on X, and it was like just this guy was like saying business idea, and he was like a company called. I think it was called Just, the name of the company. It's like you make shit that's just that thing, like a washing machine. That's just a washing machine. It's not connected to the internet. It doesn't have all these bells and whistles. It just washes your fucking clothes, and it'd probably be a lot cheaper, right? Because you don't have all these stupid add-ons that add costs and no one uses them, and or they just add complexity. Easter of the Soul says, roll the driver back to the first driver on the system. Also, check the line to see if it's line connection. Yeah, Yeah, I don't know if you know. I'm terrible with that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Because I have a really expensive microphone, like a shotgun microphone on my camera. I set it up as a backup yesterday because I don't want to wear this fucking shit anymore.
Oh wait,
you stir the soul, brother. What?
No, it was starting to do something there, but I think it's gone now.
The volume might be a bit high on the microphone though. You have.
Yeah, that's what it is. It sounds hollow.
Sounds hollow now.
Yeah. If you have those white iPhone ones, those will always work.
They're so fucking annoying to wear.
I know. You know, scrolling that says exactly, Nico. You went to school, pay your bill. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Is you know, you agreed to it. Regardless of, you know, it's more just this idea of like, you know, you can't just have Big Brother coming in and fixing all your problems, all your bad decisions. Now, if someone, you know, I do believe if there was someone like who was like kind of taken advantage of by like some predatory they were you know, made promises that were not true, or I mean that I could maybe take a closer look at that, but yeah, this idea of blanket, you know, forgiving student loans, I'm surprised to see the Trump White House be doing this.
But it seems that they're doing. I just want to address this. You stirred the soul, brother. Roll back the driver. Rolling back. I updated my BIOS. I reformatted my laptop 3 times up to it. I've literally updated every single driver on this fucking laptop. Like, it absolutely is insane. I used to build computers for fucking fun when I was 10 or 12 years old, so I understand how laptops work. It is literally a fucking thing that is lagged. It's only on fucking StreamYard when I share a screen. You guys don't see it, but I have a screen waiting. As soon as I add a screen, it fucks it up. If it's gonna happen, it's done. It's absolutely so annoying. It is just on StreamYard. It drives me absolutely nuts.
So, I mean, this might, if that's annoying, this will probably annoy you. And guys, let me know if you're hearing what I'm hearing, but that sounds kind of like, it's weird. It's like I can hear you, but there's another sound behind it, almost like a rattling or something. And it's the same thing that was going on with the other mic. And so I don't know if it's I don't think it's your mic. It might be wiring or something. I don't know.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, hold on. No, it's because I didn't even change it.
Oh, there you go. That should be the better
one. That's way better.
Yeah, that should be the better one. I was still on my external. I have 3 microphones plugged on my laptop.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, your other one. Oh, wait, that was your other. Yeah, okay. No, this is good. Good.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hate this shit. It is so fucking annoying to try to figure this out. It drives me absolutely ballistic. Like, I'm literally considering buying a new laptop just to run the show off when I have a fucking beast of a laptop in front of me. Like, my setup is insane. You guys don't understand the setup that I have is fucking crazy. But
meanwhile, I'm over here on a Commodore 64. And
and it's working. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, sometimes I wonder if there's not somebody fucking with me.
Well, I mean, that's what Bristle says. I'm telling you, it's Big Brother listening. Yeah, I mean, maybe I mean, you'd think it would be both of us, but maybe not. Maybe like just get the conservative guy. Here it says bitch slap, but yeah, what you want to do is take it out, blow in it, and then put it back in. Unplug, turn it on, turn it off again, like your old Nintendo. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's get started. We wasted.
Yeah, let's jump into it.
Fucking microphone.
Yep, you're good now.
Here is before we listen to the actual leaked audio from Mark Carney. Let's listen to what he actually said about this.
You demanded action, and now it's time for the financial sector to deliver. To reach net zero, every country, every company, every bank, every investor, every pension fund around the world will need to make some big changes. In the run-up to COP26 in Glasgow, we have an enormous opportunity to bring climate change into the heart of every financial decision. And our plan will manage the risks from climate change while helping to seize the opportunities from a newer, greener economy. The UK has been at the forefront of innovation for centuries, brimming with ingenuity and a can-do spirit.
Bro,
it also houses the world's largest financial system. And by bringing them together, we can deliver the net zero world that you've demanded and that our future generations
Stop saying that. No one demanded this.
The world's coming to Glasgow. Let's reshape finance for a sustainable world.
This is garbage.
But he said this. He didn't just say this, right? This is something that he said, I believe it was last year, was before he became Prime Minister of Canada. Now,
okay.
Now, the reason I wanted to just play that is just before I play you this.
Okay.
For the people out there that did not read his book, again, I've read it. I absolutely recommend that you do read, what was it, Values. With the S in capital, with the S in brackets by Mark Carney. He explains all of the shit that he's doing right now. He's let us know a long time ago what he wanted to do. But here is a video that was posted by Tommy Robinson. Yes, the guy from the UK. And here is supposedly, I'm going to say supposedly because there's no proof that this is right. I've seen it all over the place. But supposedly, this is a leaked audio from Mark Carney from a couple of days ago.
We're going to manage to net zero by 2050. Actually, we're going to have specific targets by 2025 and 2030, so you can measure the short term. They don't say this quite as loudly, but what they're also saying and thinking, and we're going to make a lot of money off of this because actually this is the way the world's headed. I mean, I'm not sure exactly when we get there, but to be carbon competitive is going to be value creating. We're going to manage to net zero.
This is nonsense, man. What is he talking about? Like
making money? He's literally saying that the climate change agenda, the green energy agenda is all a grift and it's all about making money for the people like him. He's basically admitting what I've been saying for 4 years, ever since Greta Thunberg started talking about this shit. I've been saying it's all fucking bullshit. And that's basically what he was caught saying. No, but he's never been caught saying it because his whole policies are based on this. He was literally the UN Special Envoy for climate change. That was his role. He was on the WEF board. He is the Prime Minister of Canada saying that every single financial decision needs to consider climate change.
Factor in. Factor in, be based on climate. That is garbage. I'm okay with considering it if it makes sense, but this idea that all your decisions have to be based on lowering emissions, that's absolute garbage. That's like Siri, show me a way to tank your national economy. That's that kind of shit. I'd be interested to see to know who he's talking about when he says we, but regardless, so that's one aspect of it is just if he's talking about himself and his buddies, that's obviously corruption, and there's that angle. Then there's the other angle. It's just that's just not true. That's just absolute. We need to get away from this idea that everything in the world is trade-offs, and if you want to cut emissions, okay, that's your right to want that. But you have to accept the trade-off that's a smaller economy. You will not make money. This idea that there's value created by being carbon competitive. What the fuck does that even mean? Nobody gives a shit about how much carbon went into a product. They care about the product. And if the product is lower quality or garbage or more expensive because you built in all kinds of carbon competitiveness, then people won't fucking buy it. They keep telling us, and he literally did it there where he said, you demanded this. No, we didn't. They keep telling us what we want, and they keep telling us we want, this is off topic, but same idea. They keep telling us that we want open borders. They keep telling us that we want 30% of our population to be foreign born. No, nobody wanted that. Nobody wants that. There's a good comment here. And it's kind of what you were talking about with Greta. Squirrelnut says they use the kids in the protests and then say we demanded it. Think Greta Thunberg. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? They finance a couple kids to be the face of a movement and then be like, oh, look, the kids are demanding it. The kids are, no, the kids don't give a shit. The kids don't care about carbon competitiveness. Are you kidding me?
No, but hold on. You're actually wrong on this one. They are asking for it. What he's saying, what he's not telling you is that we've been indoctrinating them since they're 5 years old to believe that they have 10 years to live. That if we don't change something, we're all going to die in 10 years. Because that's what Al Gore was telling us in the 80s or the 90s, remember?
Yeah,
hey, we have 10, 20 years or we're going to be dead. We're going to be dead, guys. What happened? Nothing. Except those motherfuckers are buying properties on the water. Waterfront properties for them, and we need to go live in a 15-minute city protected from all the crazy people that is them. So yeah, sure, it's very fucking cool story, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
it's all bullshit. It's all
it is all bullshit. And it's funny because it sounds so like dated or obsolete to hear a leader talk like that. Like the train has left. Like most people, it's funny because you can really feel like the energy behind like the climate narrative has really gone out. Like I'm talking about normal people here. I'm not talking like, of course, there's like a lot of money behind it still, and that's still in full effect. But I just mean out in the real world, like people that I meet. No one actually seems to like think this is a real issue, right? And it's like it's because of what you said. Like we first heard about this 30 years ago from Al Gore, and they're saying the same shit now that they were saying then, and it was 10 years back, 30 years ago. At some point, you gotta, you just have to be like, okay, this actually isn't happening, or at least it's not happening the way that they say it's gonna happen.
No, it's going to be very, very hard to convince those younger generation that this is all bullshit because they've been told from a young age, literally since they're children, that they need to do something or else they're all gonna die. That's basically the message that they're being given. And I don't want to send you down a rabbit hole on this one, but it's the same thing that they say about trans kids. Would you rather have a healthy daughter or a healthy son or a dead one? Like,
sure.
It's bullshit. But that's what they do, right? In order to push a narrative that we know is not logical, you need to make it extreme and create an extreme response, an emotional response, and that's what they've been doing. It's the same thing for those kids, right? The same kids that believe in the climate change grift are still believe that women can have penises. There's no difference. The indoctrination is the same, right? It's absolutely the same fucking thing.
It is. Now, and I'm actually going to take a slightly optimistic note because you're right. That's what they're doing. But the younger generation, and when I say the younger, I mean the youngest, like 20 to 30, they're all fucked. But the ones that are like younger than 20, a lot of them, I think they've just been so indoctrinated and they've had so much shit shoveled at them that they're super jaded. They don't have any trust in what they're being told. And I mean that in a good way. Like a lot of them are not buying this narrative. And you can even see it in the data. I saw this chart the other day, just because you were talking about trans, because it is similar to trans. And it was the number of trans identifying or teenagers who identify as trans has gone down like 40% in the last year or two. And just anecdotally, like I've got a 16-year-old son and I ask him like, what do you guys think about this stuff? And he's like, the vast majority of people think it's all bullshit. The teachers are pushing it on them, so they all kind of gotta like. But that's the kiss of death. And this is not just trans stuff; it's woke stuff. They really went. They really shot themselves in the foot by going too hard and pushing on kids. Because anybody who knows anything about kids and teenagers knows that if you ever want to make something desperately uncool, have the teachers and the principals and the authority figures in their lives pushing it. And like all trends, it relies on its cool factor, its coolness. If the kids think it's just bullshit, it's dead in the water.
But it's not just the teachers; it's the parents too. The parents.
It's everybody. It's institutions of society.
If your kid is 6 years old and he's talking or she's talking about gender, you are indoctrinating that child. You're bringing it up. It's your fucking fault. It's absolutely your fucking fault. I just wanted to address, I just wanted to go back to a comment because I wrote it, but it might not been able to be seen. You stirred the soul, by the way, man. Send me an email. If you, at this point, I'm losing my shit over this fucking driver crap or this microphone crap. Send me an email if you're still there at info@nicolehagen.com. Send me an email, we'll talk. Because at this point, I'll use any help I can get because I'm about to bring it in. But that's the only laptop I have, so I can't really leave it anymore. But hey, that being said, somebody commented on my hat. Yes, it's a hat from the Nordic.
The Nordiques. Oh, also, go Jays. I don't know if anyone's watching the Jays, but awesome. Actually, let me check the score here. Game 7.
No, that's so gay.
No, man. Blue Jays. Oh, no, it's 1-0 for Seattle.
Baseball is so gay. So
no,
gay.
Man. No.
Oh,
it's the least. No.
That is the most. I would rather watch golf on TV than fucking baseball. What a boring.
Golf is the worst. No, golf is the worst.
Oh no, golf is more entertaining than baseball. No. Oh, what a fucking game.
No, baseball's a thinking game, man. It's a slow burn.
Oh, no, it's a slow burn. It's a bunch of lazy fucks that are laying around doing nothing. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah. But see, I agree with Dasos though. Bread and circuses.
Oh yeah, and it's always been that. Sylvie says Gen Z is not falling for it. Yeah, I mean I agree now SquirrelNut says my niece is 30, she's brainwashed, and yeah, that group that's 20 to 30 right now, they're cooked. They are the wokest of the wokes. If you're any older than that, it didn't really hit until you were a little older, so you think it's kind of nonsense. Of course, there's people of all ages who believe in it, but that 20 to 30 group is absolutely cooked. But younger than 20, they're broadly speaking just not falling for it at all.
So that's the 13 to 28, yeah?
Yeah. There should be full contact golf. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, UFC mixed with golf. You're allowed to front kick and hit people.
Yeah. If you get, you have to fight to see who tees off.
Although Wise Guy's saying I am, and it's the best game there is. So Wise Guy's gay and he loves baseball. That's basically what I'm hearing. Okay.
It's funny because there's a famous baseball player named John Kruk. He's retired now, but he's just this big fat guy, and he was famous for like partying a lot. And I think he got asked a question years ago by a reporter. He's like, how do you be a professional athlete and go out partying and all this? He's like, I'm not an athlete. I'm a ball player. And I feel like that sums it up. That's why
baseball is so gay.
There's a guy on the Blue Jays.
There's a guy in shape to play baseball.
Okay, well, there's a guy. Yeah, Google Alejandro Kirk and just look at what that guy looks like. He's on the Blue Jays. He's playing right now, and he's one of the star players on the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He has the bad bod.
He's like 5'6", 220.
Oh, he's a receiver though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Wow. That's an athlete.
That's a pro athlete.
What a massive fucking segue that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but
yes.
Oh, wow. God
yeah,
damn.
That's a pro athlete.
He got hit by the ugly stick too.
I mean, I can see the argument where someone says if that guy is one of the best in the world, a professional athlete in that sport, then that is a gay sport. That is a garbage sport. But that said, I just love it. I love ball. I love playing it. Love the Blue Jays. I grew up watching them.
Come on, man. You're saying 100 miles per hour. There's like one guy in the league that's able to throwing that.
No. You haven't watched in a while, eh? It lasts like 5-10 years. Like every team's got some reliever now that throws 100.
Okay. The point in the matter is that it's still gay as shit. It does not matter. So gay. They're so padded too. It was playing at the gym the other day. The guys are almost coming out in a fucking bubble wrap now. They're all they have the arm protector, they have the face protector. Sports has gone pussy. Like I'm a big fan of basketball. I grew up playing basketball. I played ball. We played street ball. There were elbows, there was blood. Shit happens. Now fucking pussies. Bunch of fucking pussies. It's all the sports. It's all the same. It's not just
bunch
baseball.
Of 6'8", 220-pound pussies.
They're not even that big. They're skinny
big.
As shit. No,
some of them
they're skinny as shit. No, they're skinny as shit. Oh no, one sport I have respect for, obviously fighting, but I'm a fighter, so I'm biased. Rugby.
Rugby's hard, man. Those
animals.
Those are hard. Yeah.
Those guys are definitely animals.
Are you guys watching the game? How did Seattle score Let me know. Was it?
Who cares?
I care, man. I care. Was it Cal Raleigh hit another home run?
Just watch it on your cell phone.
It's a big dumper.
Fuck baseball.
That's the guy. Let's go to the next topic.
Yeah, fuck baseball.
This is that. It will no longer investigate non-crime hate incidents. They should have never
started. The Metropolitan Police says it will no longer investigate non-crime hate incidents. So that was sent to me by Daniel from Montreal. That's what his email address is. So I'm not sure who that is, but it's
at montreal.com or montreal.ca.
It's just the name.
Daniel
okay, from Montreal is the name on his email. So
that's it's kind of interesting just that you would get a show suggestion from someone that doesn't comment on the show. But Daniel from Montreal, if you're out there, appreciate that, because this is a good topic. This is and again, remember the big thing was Graham Lynham, Glinner, who we talked about that.
Supposedly that's why this is happening. It's because he was probed. Yep. And they're basically saying, like, why the fuck are we getting involved in this?
Yeah.
Like, what does that have to do with police work?
I think there's a lot of people, even in the UK, who are not aware of how far the UK has fallen. And then when they see a famous case like the Graham Lynham case, they're like, what the fuck? Oh, man, is it 1-1? Yes.
Concentrate.
Squirrel nuts. It's game 7, bro. You gotta make exceptions for game 7.
Don't care. You can write, but poop in gold is still poop. Don't care.
But it's game 7 poop.
I think soccer is more entertaining than fucking baseball.
No, soccer is super gay. Soccer is super gay.
That's my point. That's exactly my point.
Any sport.
Exactly my point.
Any sport where you can regularly have a 0-0 tie as a final score is garbage. Absolute garbage.
Bro, you're preaching to the choir here.
Yes, but baseball's not. Italian. Baseball's incredible. Baseball's a sport of kings.
Yeah. Nothing like playing with baseball.
Jesus was a baseball player.
Oh yeah. Of course he was.
If Jesus was around today, he'd be playing baseball and hanging out with hookers.
He would be hanging out with baseball people because they're the ones that need the most help. I agree with you.
They need 100%. To be saved.
They need to be saved. The baseball players need to be saved. Yeah, so let's go back to this.
Yep. Let's go back to it.
No, but it's simple. It's not a long one. It's just to say that they're finally putting a stop to it. It's
and so they should.
It's because of the comedian. It's absolutely because of the comedian. And basically all they're saying, the police change would provide clearer directions for officer, reducing ambiguity, and enable them to focus on matter that meets the threshold of criminal investigation. Like, how was that even forgotten?
It's crazy, because even though this is a good thing, even that they're like, we're going to put now officers can spend the resources on things where it matters, like criminal speech, criminal hate speech, not non-crime hate speech. Like, what? This is insane that they were even. Why was this ever a thing? A non-crime. That's your answer right there. Was it a non-crime? Yes. So then why the fuck are you investigating? Why are you at my house, police officer?
Question for the people out there. I saw this today as I was looking for this story, supposedly, and I'm just saying I don't have any proof yet. I wanted to verify it. Grok is saying that it's accurate, but I could not access the websites that were reporting it because they're all out of the UK, and I think they were down. There seemed to be a communication problem. But all to say that supposedly that not only is the Met walking away from their woke hate crime bullshit, they're also admitted that rape gangs are real, and they're getting, not rape gangs, what do they call them? Grooming gangs.
The grooming gangs?
Real, and they have a shit ton of open investigation. Because, for the longest time, they were like, there's no investigation, nothing's happening. Supposedly that they admitted last week that it was true, that they have a bunch of investigation going on. So I don't know what the fuck is happening in the UK.
Well, it's obviously good, but it's just crazy that we're at a place where the police is like, 2 announcements. We're going to stop investigating non-crimes, and we're going to start investigating
the grooming
rapes. Real crimes. And it's like, that's good, but Come on, like you should have already been doing that. Bristles Tube says, I citizens arrested myself for a dirty thought crime when my wife wasn't looking. Yeah, that's good. That's good that you did that. You should probably present yourself to the police station and report a non-crime hate incident. And that's some good citizening. It's the Big Brother, citizening. Big Brother would be proud, very proud. We got to stamp those thought crimes out even before they happen, because pre-thought crimes are even more dangerous than thought crimes.
Thought crimes on ourselves. That's intense.
Yeah. That's right.
Crimes. Self-policing thought crimes.
Self-policing ourselves.
Here's another story that is kind of shaping up into being something that could become a scandal. It's not a scandal. I don't know why it's not a scandal yet, because it should be. Okay. But because the media won't stop denying it, even MPs are getting involved, right? You know, when they're seeing, no, there's nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see. Eh? What do you say?
Yeah, it's the Streisand effect.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up. But here is a video from our Justice Minister, our Public Justice Minister, Gary Mapapalatatan, where he is asking Pierre Poilievre to apologize.
So for anyone in this House to suggest that the RCMP is acting in a partial way is outrageous, Madam Speaker, shameful, and I do call upon the Leader of the Opposition to retract those statements and ensure that public trust is restored in the RCMP.
So this was Gary Matapatapan, and yep. I could easily say his name, but I refuse to do it because he's such a jackass that I'm gonna make fun. I'm gonna call him Apu. Yep. Public Minister Apu, Gary Apu is just a jackass. I cannot stand that guy. But basically, he's saying that Pierre Poilievre needs to apologize for his comments that he made about the RCMP. I don't know if you guys saw what he said, but I made a video last week that went viral on Instagram because I backtracked the story, right? I combined a bunch of videos together to kind of give perspective. But the SNC, remember we talked about the SNC-Lavalin? So basically, Pierre Poilievre said that Trudeau should be in prison because of what happened with SNC-Lavalin, and the RCMP leadership should all be canned for interfering with what happened. So that is basically the most ballsy thing I've ever heard Pierre Poilievre say, and I don't think he'll ever say anything ballsy again because he's getting so much pushback. Probably his team is flipping out because he said it in, you know, the podcast I showed you where the guys on the screen were almost crying?
Yes. Yeah.
That's
and Mrs. Brandy Heskin says the Green and NDP parties are also calling for Pierre to apologize.
I got Elizabeth May afterwards because you need to hear her. She sounds like a fucking drunk idiot. I cannot believe, she's the only one that's elected from the Green Party, right?
Yeah.
There's one and it's her. But here's a video I made last week, a compilation of videos I made last week to kind of put some perspective to what's going on with this. Because in my opinion, this could become a scandal, and that could bring Justin Trudeau in front of a criminal.
You think it's going to spur like the RCMP?
The media won't leave it alone. If they would have kept it off, they would have just not addressed what Pierre Poilievre is saying. If they would have just let it go, but they could not let it go. Everybody's getting involved now. Everybody's like, oh shit, hold on. So you have jackasses like me that do a lot of research that goes back, and I'm good at making videos, and my videos go viral all the time. So here is a video.
The leader of the opposition called the leadership of the RCMP despicable.
The leadership of the RCMP is frankly just despicable when it comes to enforcing laws against the Liberal government.
And accused your officers of covering up for former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in the SNC-Lavalin affair.
If the RCMP had been doing its job and not covering up for him, then he would have been criminally charged.
What's your response to Pierre Poilievre's comments? And have you ever faced political pressure from the government to not pursue charges?
So I think we've talked about SNC-Lavalin quite a lot under the previous government, and I think it was clear that there's no interference.
Oh, really?
That you
don't take any orders from any political individual.
Back in February 2019 at a parliamentary committee, that Jody Wilson-Raybould famously spoke her truth on how Trudeau pressured her when she was Attorney General to withdraw criminal charges against mining company SNC-Lavalin. Fast forward to earlier this year, when Democracy Watch sent a letter to Ontario Attorney General Doug Downey, asking him to pave the way for a private prosecution of Trudeau for obstruction of justice and breach of trust in the SNC-Lavalin affair. But the Ontario Attorney General's office decided to stay the proceedings, stating the unlikelihood of conviction. Yet Democracy Watch's Duff Conacher says there is more than enough evidence to proceed, and has asked the Ontario Attorney General to reconsider in a new letter.
And there's lots of evidence.
Just before that guy speaks, I have actually reached out to this guy to see if he'd come on the show. I haven't got an answer for him yet, but he's part of an organization that's actually going after Trudeau. So I'd love to have him on the show, but I haven't heard from him yet.
That Justin Trudeau intentionally tried to get the Attorney General, pressured the Attorney General to stop the prosecution of SNC-Lavalin. And that's all that's needed to prove obstruction of justice. So if you can't stop a prosecution based on an incorrect legal standard, saying we can't prove this.
The scandal led to Wilson-Raybould resigning from cabinet and eventually being ousted from the Liberal Party. Conacher admits the issue may have long since faded from the public mind, but that doesn't mean it should be forgotten.
It was deliberately made old news by the RCMP, and it is a cover-up, and they tried to bury it, keep it secret, and just through delay, hope that everyone would stop paying attention and they would be able to, for completely unjustifiable reasons, let Justin Trudeau walk.
So that I posted that video almost a week ago, and it's been developing and developing and developing and developing more and more, because now you have
but I feel like the scandal is growing, at least as far as the media is concerned, is Pierre saying it. I don't think there's any pressure building to investigate Trudeau or anything.
But there is, that's the thing.
Oh, you
they
think?
have committee right now that they're talking about this. And there's a video from, remember Wiretap? We had him on the show again over the weekend, actually. Really cool dude.
Yep.
Here, I found this. I was doing some research earlier. Here's a video from Wiretap. I thought it was February 27th this year. The video I'm going to show you, February 27th, 2024. That's a year and a half ago. This was in Parliament.
Commissioner. The question was very specific.
So that, I believe, is the same RCMP guy.
Thank you, Commissioner. The question was very specific. How many times in the last 5 years did you interview Justin Trudeau?
He was not interviewed, sir, or Mr. President.
Was there at least an attempt to interview Justin Trudeau? Yes or no?
No.
Did the RCMP obtain all relevant documents to further the investigation, including access to cabinet confidential information, simply seeking a yes or no response?
We were limited with the information that we had access to.
Was that a yes or a no, sir?
I don't know. We didn't know. We don't know. We still don't know to this day all the information that's out there because some was protected.
I'll take that as a no. Despite collecting reams of evidence, including evidence from the Ethics Commissioner and testimony from Jody Wilson-Raybould at committee, why didn't the RCMP exercise its absolute statutory right under the Criminal Code of Canada to obtain a production order and/or search warrant from a justice to obtain those cabinet documents?
We weren't able to acquire or obtain enough information or evidence that would warrant us to obtain a production order.
Was obstruction of justice involving Justin Trudeau the only offense you were contemplating in this regard?
No, there's also intimidation of a justice participant.
I understand that literally within hours of Jody Wilson-Raybould's testimony at the Justice Committee, you were engaging in discussions with a local Crown attorney. Is that correct?
I would have said, Mr. Chair, following the...
Like, how is that acceptable? Because the video goes on and on and on. But I think this makes the point. Like, how is that acceptable? The RCMP, there's allegations that Justin Trudeau forced Raybould into dropping the case against SNC-Lavalin. Never investigated, no problem. She even quit. You know, she quit over this, right? She was the first
that's right.
Native woman to become AG. She quit because I have respect for her. She's way too liberal for my taste, But I gotta respect a woman that just, you know what, screw this shit. I'm not bowing. I'm not backing down from this. I'm just gonna quit. But it's funny how Justin Trudeau was also, I don't know if you remember this, but Justin Trudeau was literally selling it as the most diverse cabinet of all time, that women need to be in position of power, and the first woman that says no to her, to him, not to her, the first woman that says no to her, she canned him. She canned her.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of with Wise Guy here. He says, oh, sorry, wrong one, wrong Wise Guy comment. He says, I say nothing will happen. It's all theater. I'd be shocked if anything happens here. I don't think it will. I don't think there's any real pressure to do anything, especially not with the Liberal government in charge. I think it's appropriate for anybody to call out corruption if they see it, and the RCMP should be investigating. But as far as do I think it's going to happen, probably not. I don't think so.
What the part, you know what's going to happen? One thing's for sure is going to happen. Pierre Poilievre is going to tone it down.
He's got too much pressure for his weak spine.
It's you know as well as I do that he doesn't like to say anything important. He doesn't like to stand up for anything.
He doesn't like to rock the boat.
And this is probably exactly why he was not doing long form interview, because 30 minutes for him is a long form interview, but that's probably why.
Yeah,
because
I mean, to be honest,
guarantee you, nobody said in his caucus, "Oh yeah, you need to go and blast the RCMP for being incompetent, almost corrupt, and say that Trudeau needs to go to prison." Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's got a pretty small caucus. But yeah, sorry, I had to. But yeah, honestly, to be, I think if there's some if there's some criminal activity, of course, it should be investigated. But in some ways, it's kind of refreshing to see just good old fashioned corruption, right? Not like the kind where like they're trying to kill us. It's just like, oh wow, it's just actual regular financial corruption. Wow, it feels so quaint and nostalgic.
You know what? Just because you said that, I gotta.
Because most of the scandals today are, oh hey, another global pandemic that's gonna kill us. Nobody leave your house for the next 6 months.
Well,
that kind of shit.
Man,
well, let's cut the penises off of 15-year-old boys if they say they're a girl. Those are the kind of scandals that we're facing.
Or simply that ABC News is telling us that the next cancer-fighting mRNA vaccine.
Yes. Now this is a modern scandal. The next cancer-fighting mRNA vaccine may already be here.
Listen,
and it's the COVID one.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Is it really?
Early phase research shows that COVID mRNA vaccine could give a cancer-fighting boost. So they're pretty much saying that the COVID, not only did I just wanted to show the article because to me
next it's going to be. Oh, by the way, it makes your penis larger. The COVID vaccine makes your penis larger for a guy, and your breast bigger. Yeah, it makes you lose weight. Yeah, you grow 3 inches. This is a miracle drug. This is a miracle drug. Everyone should be taking it.
Happens if you lose 10 pounds around the stomach, your penis looks bigger.
Yes, exactly.
This is a fact.
So yeah, this is just a miracle drug. This is the best drug ever. They should be giving this to everyone at birth immediately. Which is basically what
actually not at birth, during the pregnancy.
Yeah, in utero, yeah.
But but hold on, that's not a joke, right? They wanted my wife to get no. They offered COVID vaccination to my pregnant wife.
They actually did. That's fucked up.
Fuck yeah, bro. They have like 3 or 4 different vaccines.
Why are they giving any vaccines to any?
They're 3 or 4. There are 3 or 4 vaccines. I can't remember them by heart, but the COVID is one. You have one that's K, vitamin K. They want that for the child. And there's 2 more. I just can't remember off the top of my head what they are. But there were 4. We were offered 4 during her pregnancy. And, she was pregnant. We got here when she was about, 4 months pregnant, 5 months? Oh, no, almost 6 months pregnant, right?
Okay.
And down there we had it wasn't a doctor, it was a midwife, right? Supernatural midwife. Like the girl is 70 years old. She weighs 120 pounds. Like she's super tiny, super healthy.
Yeah.
We show up here for the first time at the hospital, the first doctor that we meet, half of the visit, half an hour visit that we had with her was all about vaccines. It's all about, have you got that vaccine? Have you got this? Would you give your umbilical cord to science? I'm like, yeah, no. So
fuck science.
Fuck your science. Remember MAID, what we were talking about? MAID, giving hearts to American.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yep. It's just insane. Now the COVID vaccine might help you fight cancer.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Bristles Tube says my family doctor advertises the jab for pregnant women. Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is wild. That's the stuff that makes me most skeptical of it. Is just that they're pushing it so hard. Why not just, if people want it, sure, they can get it. You don't need to be pushing it. And women are consensus builders. Like, there's probably a lot of pregnant women who hear that from their doctor and they just want to go along to get along. And so they get a vaccine that they probably don't actually want or need.
Here you go. The recommended vaccines for pregnant women in Canada include the non-live influenza vaccine, so the influenza vaccine, the mRNA COVID-19 vaccine, the Tdap vaccine, which is 3 different vaccines in one. They recommend the hepatitis B vaccine. They recommend the RSV vaccine. They recommend the vitamin K vaccine. So what are we at? 6.
It's like Oprah.
6 vaccines.
And you get a vaccine. And you get a vaccine. And you get a vaccine. Sylvie says, what the hell happened to you take 0 medication when pregnant? Yeah, it's funny how all the rules that we've all been told for years about having healthy babies, they go out the window when it's up for woke narratives. If you're a trans man pregnant, so you're pregnant and you think you're a man, the doctors, most medical organizations still recommend you stay on testosterone. Can you imagine that? A pregnant woman staying on testosterone because she has this imaginary belief that she's a man. That's sick. That's an excellent example of the moral rot that in society happening from woke narratives. And the COVID vaccine is also a woke narrative.
Of course it is. But now they're trying to sell it to us like it might help us fight cancer. Are you
of course, and grow your penis size, and you'll lose weight, and you get an average of 3.5 new friends after you take your vaccine. It's crazy. All these, it's all these things.
Don't forget, you need to get your MMR vaccine. So don't forget to get your measles vaccine, your mumps vaccines, your rubella vaccines, and your chicken pox vaccine at least 1 month before getting pregnant. Don't forget that for all the women that might be considering, for the 50% of women out there before you become pregnant, because 50% of pregnancy or more are not planned. But for the people that are planning getting pregnant, make sure to get your vaccination 1 month before, because if you do it during the pregnancy, it could be dangerous for the kid. But that's just for the measles, the chicken pox, the mumps, and the rubella. But don't worry about RSV, hepatitis B, COVID vaccine, influenza, Tdap, K vitamin. Don't worry about those. Those are okay when you're pregnant. Get
that's
the
crazy.
Fuck out of here.
And that says it's horrible. And that says it's a horrible experiment on a baby, Frankenbaby. Yeah, like the point is what, like, if you have safety guidelines, like no drugs or medications that you don't need when you're pregnant, like if they go out the window just because a left-wing narrative, it boosts the left-wing narrative, then they're really, and people wonder why like there's no trust in the medical establishment anymore. It's because of shit like this. Just as a general default position, as few drugs as possible, not even just vaccines, any drugs. That should be what the medical industry is pushing. This is why people don't trust it, because it's clearly influenced by, again, left-wing narratives. So how can we trust these people on our health?
We shouldn't. Just
well, no, exactly. It was a rhetorical question, but yes, I agree.
But it's the same thing. You know what's happening with doctors today? the same thing that happened with politicians 20, 30 years ago. People stopped trusting them. Now the same thing is happening to doctors. People are not trusting them anymore because they keep on pushing this fucking narrative that we're seeing is inaccurate. There's some numbers that are coming out that more than 40 million people have been killed by that fucking mRNA vaccine. Like, I've seen some numbers, bro, that are insane, bro. Just look at what the National Citizen Inquiry does in Canada. They literally gave the government, I have it somewhere, they gave a book, I think it was 300 recommendations as to how they should have handled this properly, the whole COVID dilemma, that whole bullshit that happened a few years back. None of them acknowledged it. None of them have done anything. And I don't care which side. This is why I don't understand how people still believe that there is a left and a right. Like, there's actually people that care. Poilievre never talked about this shit. The Conservative never talked about this shit. They never had a big problem against the vaccines. They never did. They never fought for the choice. You know, you can hate DeSantis all you want in Florida, but I remember when I was stuck in the fucking woods by myself about to lose my fucking job, and I was looking at what DeSantis was doing in Florida, just saying, you know what, guys? You want the vaccine? No problem, it's available. You don't want to take it? No problem, I'm going to make it illegal
that's
employers,
the right way to be.
For employers to force you. You want to stay home? You want your kids to stay home, not go to school? No problem, we'll do it remotely. You want to send your kids to school? No problem, the schools are going to be open. This is the way to go. This is the absolute way to go. And it blows my mind that this is not where it's not a direction that we're taking for everything.
Yeah,
Absolutely
exactly.
everything.
And I mean, me and you don't necessarily have the same opinion on vaccines as medications. I certainly, like, there are some of the older ones that I don't really particularly have a problem with. But I think nothing should be given to certainly, pregnant women, and, the absolute, the absolute common ground that we both have is in no way, shape, or form should anyone be forced or pressured in any way to get any medication. And certainly it is morally and ethically wrong to make getting any medication put into your body as a requirement to participate in society. That's just an absolute, hard line. And as you said with DeSantis, just stop politicizing it. Just make it available for the people who want it, and that's it. It's not hard. It's not hard to do that. You don't need to be pressuring pregnant women to be taking fucking drugs that they don't need.
It's so simple, huh? When you think about it, there's nothing complicated about this. This is very simple stuff.
No, not at all. Guys, we're going to put a pin in there. Excellent conversation. Lots of audience participation. Lots of new faces here. So we, Wise Guy says, you really need to educate yourself on big pharma's practices, Rob. Yeah, I mean, I know it. I just honestly, this issue, I just don't really give a shit about it. Like, I give a shit about it from the civil rights perspective. But I just don't get fired up about vaccines for or against. I really don't care. But yeah, once you're talking about forcing citizens to take it, and again, I was not.
I think your opinion.
My eyes were not open.
But your opinion would change if you would have been in my situation, and your opinion.
Well, my opinion has changed since COVID.
But it would have changed a lot faster if you said, why are obese people telling me that I need to get a vaccine to protect their fat asses? That makes no sense.
Yeah,
Stop
exactly.
Eating
right?
junk, exercise, and go to the fucking gym, you fat bastard. But now it's pissing me off even more because of my son. Because you know how many? Like, we haven't done any of his vaccines, right? He's not gonna get poked, buddy. Like, he's not taking any of that shit. They're telling us because now he's almost 4 months old, right? He's going to be 4 months, like 3 weeks. We're going to be able to start introducing real food. We can't introduce too many food together, but hey, make sure to bring him to the hospital.
Let's pump him full of drugs. Yeah, it'll cut his cancer rate.
Yes.
He won't get lung cancer. This is crazy. But yeah, like, I certainly have changed. Like, I wasn't out in the streets during the first COVID. I never was like on board with it. I just thought it was a necessary evil. But I would be out now if it's happened again. I would be out in the streets now. I certainly have, have understood how just wrong it is the way that we were treated during, to force people to, I never really heard a lot of the stories like yours until the pandemic ended, right? Because most of the people in my social circle were kind of like me, just saw it as necessary evil. Let's just get this shit over with. Like, okay, whatever, take the vax and blah blah blah. It wasn't until hearing stories, of people losing their jobs, and no one I knew ever had to die by themselves, like your grandmother, was it? Yep. I mean, now I've heard that story dozens, if not hundreds of times since then. And so it took me a little while to realize the scale and scope of the problem, but I certainly have evolved on that perspective.
By the way, I see your post. I'm just going to take this, but we need to stop the show. But you stir the soul. Get in contact with me. If you think you can fucking help me, I'll take the help. I'm fucking tired of this shit. So,
final comment. We'll close because it's a good one. Bristles Tube says the only channel I've ever joined and have no regrets. Thanks, guys. Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate the support. And you're a great commenter. You and all the people here. You guys really contribute to this community. Because without you guys, it's just two fucking yahoos, shooting the shit in their living rooms. So guys, this show is based on you. It is based on audience engagement. So if you're new here, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the show. This is, as it says up in the top there, the left meets right for political discourse, and also just to have some laughs, have a good time. We're building not just a podcast here,
fucking
but
gay ass baseball,
a community. No, man, what's gay is that Seattle's winning 2-1. Baseball is definitely not gay.
You know what?
Let's just put
that
out
of spite, I hope Seattle wins.
Yeah. You are a hateful person. Guys, if you want to if you want to support the show, please consider becoming a member through YouTube, or you can also buy us a coffee through the VR code up in the top right. And other than that, hopefully you guys had a good day. We will catch you tomorrow for our Tuesday episode of the Political Orphans. Peace.